of the first things that guy said is that he said marriage isn't hard. I've said that marriage isn't hard, but it is work. Marriage is hard and marriage is work. Is there a tendency to conflate the two and think that they're one and the same?
Yes. I support that. Walker, let's really lean into this, okay?
I prefer not to, but we can talk about it. Go ahead.
It's weird since we're having it.
Yeah, we're faced up like thank you. This is Caesar Walker, the cool, calm, collected one.
And I'm Ronnie Gatry, the emotional one.
And we are the Tipping Point Podcast, your source for the black male's perspective.
Tipping Point Podcast.
I think that the whole concept of becoming one, I think that is a process.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A lot of people don't know that, though.
It was something I didn't know 13 years ago.
That's a process.
Oh, gosh.
Right?
Yeah.
And depending on whatever decisions you make, it can be a really long process or a process that never occurs.
Oh, wow.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, people get divorced all the time.
True.
People get annulments all the time.
True.
Right? You just decide, hey, I guess I just wanted a day. I wanted a party. Right?
Right.
But when you talk about that process of becoming one, there's a dying that there's a death. Really and truly, this sounds incredibly morbid, what I'm about to say. But in a way, it's a funeral that takes place at a wedding. Because the old single you, it's going in the dirt.
Right.
That's going in the dirt. And I guess that's why, you hear the term, you say you die to yourself or there's a death of you. Because that person can't exist in this union. You can't have two individuals. So when people say I lost myself, that's great. That's the whole point.
Right.
You should lose whoever that single person, selfish person was.
Yeah.
Right? They should too.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Thoughts?
Yeah, it's definitely a process. It's hard for me to add anything of value to that because that was so spot on for me.
Yeah.
But I'm vibing with you. Yeah.
So, do you think that is something that a lot of people should know about?
Yes.
But why don't we not talk about it?
Because that part's not sexy. It's not.
You're right.
Which goes on to the other part of the video clip I sent y'all.
Which is
like people get into marriages for like the surface value stuff. Oh, we get to have a wedding. Oh, we get to get dresses. Oh, we get to cut cake. Oh, we get to live happily ever.
2 weeks. Just kidding.
But like, it's so much more than that. It's so much more. And if you are willing and able and committed to seeing a marriage through, you will realize that there is so much more than that wedding day. Like, don't get me wrong, it's special, Walker. Yes. But like I said before, it goes like that. Yeah. And when you're in the depths of something with your spouse, thoughts of that wedding day are not going to get you out of that.
So people just want to have a party.
People just want to have a party. It's 2022. What are we doing? We survived COVID. Let's party.
But you have to potentially wreck your life.
Yeah.
To have a party.
Yeah, not as hell.
See how Black's looking at you right now?
Sorry, I had to go there. Now for me, it's not worth all that. Like,
well, yeah,
I could throw a party just because.
Yeah, but you're not marrying someone just to throw one.
Right. No, but I'm saying like I'd much rather just throw a party than pull some woman in and not understand the assignment. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's just not sexy to talk about the stuff that comes after the wedding. Excuse me. It's not sexy to talk about the stuff that comes after the honeymoon.
Sure.
You know what I mean? It's nothing but work after that.
Yeah, because they're starts the process.
Right. Now, I'm starting to, okay. My signal is starting to restore itself. I'm starting to get where you're coming from. Because over the course of
where am I coming from?
well, over the course of a marriage, even though it is work, it doesn't necessarily have to be hard. If you have two people, this is what you said before. If you have two people who understand the assignment and are willing to take whatever comes with uniting as one,
Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be.
it doesn't. It's going to be work.
It's going to be work, but it
could be easier if you both understand the assignment.
Right.
But if one of you's in for a party and one of you's in for a lifetime,
It's gonna be tough.
right? It's gonna be hard
For both of you.
Yes.
Like, have you ever had a day at work where you got a lot done and someone asked you how was work and you sat and talked about it like, I did this, I did that. Dog,
I got a lot done.
I got a lot done. But it didn't feel like you got a lot done.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You were working probably hard, but because you understood what you was doing, you was getting stuff done, it never felt like you was just expending so much energy and getting nowhere.
Right.
To me, that's the mental strain, is when you're putting in so much effort and you're not going anywhere.
Right.
It's something demoralizing about that. And there are a lot of people who are in relationships and in marriages where you're spending a lot of energy just to try to create some momentum, and you're in the mousetrap,
Yeah.
right? And so that's what I say, like, the mental part of the marriage is people are trying everything they know to do, and it's like you feel like you're losing ground as opposed to gaining ground.
Right.
What I'm saying is, man, you look up and you're like, wow, how did we get here?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah.
You worked on it. But it doesn't feel, and it's something that feels so good about that too, when you have one of those days to where you have to like really think about how much you did in that day. It's like, yo, I had a good day.
Right.
And I don't feel tired. I don't feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some days you're like, what time is it?
Right.
Like, I'm leaving. You know what I mean? But
8:05.
yeah, right. So I guess that's my whole point. And the guy in the clip, he talked a lot about what you were saying, how people, they just want the aesthetic and the look of it. And he talked about having an assignment. I love some of the things that he talked about in that clip. If you want to share what you got out of it.
Yeah. I think it echoes what we've said already, just in terms of like both parties knowing, being educated on what marriage really is, bringing the Lord into that, asking guidance, understanding the assignment, and committing to it.
Mm.
But, you know, another thought he made me think about, I think that you helped me reinvigorate this thought. We're in such a self-serving society now.
Yeah.
You know, we want all the likes on Instagram. We want all the followers. We want all the subs on YouTube.
We want the dopamine hit.
Yeah, man. So I'm not justifying it, but I can see someone facilitating a whole wedding and reception type of day just to serve them and their needs with an empty motive behind it. Check a box.